Now we're transitioning ourselves back to the stadium court where we're watching Casey Patterson serve it up. Wow, what a first point of this match. Yesterday we noticed Casey and Theo actually lost to a lower seed Eric Son and Ed Ratledge, but this is the kind of blocking that I want to see from Theo Brunner. When he's on, it's so fun to watch. And you saw it in the first point. If he's feeling it already, we're about to get quite a display of athleticism from that guy. Casey Patterson, was that a left-handed cut shot? Whistling, feeling it. This is going to be a good match against the Olympians on the other side. Ricardo Santos and Schalk. Ricardo with the shot, nice and easy. He thinks it was in. I thought it was in from up here. Casey's not really arguing it too much. Just a little bit, but I think the ball looked in to me. Refs are going to go check out the mark. I'm guessing it's in. Ricardo's already back to serve with the ball in hand.
That ball is in.
And it is in. So Schalk, Olympian from Rio who represented Team Canada. Ricardo Santos, a 4-time Olympian, has a gold, silver, and bronze medal at the Olympics. One of the most decorated blockers of all time, one of the best blockers of all time. And then on the other side, you have the American Olympian, Casey Patterson, leading the way with his partner, who is just a huge physical specimen at the net and really fun to watch as a blocker, Theo Brunner. Plays at a really high level, literally very high up there. And look at him go. That's what he does. When he gets up and over, it's a sight to see. He got his skills playing middle blocker indoors. He was on the national team. He played overseas in some of the top leagues in the world indoors and then made the switch to the beach, and that block is just fun to watch. Schalk with a nice kill in transition. Speeding his arm up, going about 60–70% to get that kill in a little bit of a sharper angle out of Casey Patterson's wheelhouse. Casey's got like a 7-foot wingspan, I'm pretty sure, so you really got to keep it away from those hands. Oh, there's a bounce past the 4-time Olympian. Touche. Oh, look at that. Ricardo Santos showing a little fire after getting Theo back. Ricardo's not too happy about Theo stuffing him earlier in this match. Nice angle block. And the point, just in case they weren't sure about where that ball went down. Another block. One of those guys, Ricardo Santos, you don't want to get him too fired up. He definitely turns it on and takes his game to another level when you piss him off. That's why he's one of the greats, though. He's one of the ultimate competitors we've had out on the beach. Not to mention he's skilled as a big man. That's always hard to deal with. Ricardo into the net, but Casey with a better shot that would have gone down either way. Theo Brunner back to serve with the float. Going at the Canadian Olympian. Oh, wow. Casey Patterson with a dig, but the Canadian defender getting the block. I mean, that's the nature of the game these days. I think Kame's probably the shortest player out here on the court at 6'5" or 6'6", and he's a defender. This game is just ridiculous how big the players have gotten and how athletic they are. And it's fun to watch. Now you got defenders blocking balls all over the place. Great swing on the drop from Ricardo Santos. Casey puts that away easy as he gives you the Suave Hawk swoop. Guy always wants his hair to be on point. Using his Paul Mitchell products, of course. Oh, what was the call? Net? Theo just not thinking net. I didn't see a net. Theo doesn't lie. I believe him. I didn't see a net. If Theo's angry about it, then he didn't net, because he doesn't waste his time with arguing very often. I'm going to go ahead and side with Theo on that one. Unfortunate, but honestly, it happens. Oh, maybe. I don't know. I want to see that slow motion. Either way, Theo's fired up and he comes back, puts the ball away. Six-eight side switch. Theo Brunner back to serve. Angle hammer for Ricardo Santos. Ricardo's obviously one of the best Brazilian blockers of all time. He was the best blocker in the world by far before Phil Dahlhauser came around and started dominating over the last 2 decades. But he's a legend of the sport. I don't even think people can argue that he's one of the top 5 blockers of all time. Maybe even one of the top guys. And it's a treat to have him out here. I mean, look at this. Such a great blocker, and he has skills like that to make a dig. His shot goes just wide, but I mean, look at that dig. His touch on the ball is ridiculous for such a big player. He's 6'8", and I'm probably guessing he's probably 230 pounds. And he moves so well, has such a good touch. It's just ridiculous. Oh, Theo Brunner doing what he does best. Casey just watching in amazement. This is Ricardo Santos' favorite ball. He loves bouncing that one for the fans, but I don't think he realizes that that's also Theo Brunner's pride and joy, is stuffing balls like that. When guys come in really hard and want to bounce it on him, that's probably the best skill in his entire game, is getting up quick, over, and really big. Brunner and Patterson handling right now. Staying on Cam Schalk. They sent Brunner into the angle for the block that time to let Cam hit at Casey, and Casey couldn't come up with a dig. Cam Schalk has really good vision and can notice when the ball goes, when the blocker makes that shift into the angle. So you really can't show him too early, or else he can open up his body to that line and really bury it. Casey, of course, side out machine. Olympian with Jake Gibb last year in Rio de Janeiro. They didn't get the finish they wanted out there, but I personally had to battle against him on the World Tour, where John Hayden and I actually qualified for the Olympics, but so what that means is that we finished top 15 in the world. If you finish top 15 in the world, you get an automatic berth to the Olympics. However, when you play for a country like the United States of America, we have so much talent that we actually had 3 teams that qualified for the Olympics, and there's a country quota system that left John and I out of the mix, because Jake and Casey and Phil and Nick just outplayed us last year, and they had a better 12 finishes over the last 2 seasons. Again, I'm Tri-Born, and we're here in New York City in the beautiful skyline in the background, and over here on Pier 26 at the Hudson Park Pier, and we're just loving the matchup here. We got 4 physical athletes who are all taller than me out on the court, and which means they're 6'5" and above. And this is just a really fun matchup to watch, and I'm excited to be here announcing it for you guys. Can't wait to get back out there myself, but for now, I'm happy to be up here sharing my knowledge and commentating. I've had a lot of experience playing against these guys over the last few years. Like I was just saying, I got to compete against Casey Patterson all year last year, and one of the most stressful years of my life, trying to make the Olympics. And I mean, he and Jake Gibb beat us out, and you see why right there. He's just so skilled, so consistent. Not only is he a big player, but he's got one of the best wrists in the game, some of the best vision, so it's very frustrating to play against a guy like Casey Patterson. Came Schalk back to serve. You know, Theo Brunner's the only one who's not an Olympian out there, but he has a great resume himself, both obviously indoors. Wow, came Schalk with a cross-court ace on Casey Patterson. But Theo Brunner actually was in the semifinals of the World Championships 2 years ago. And I mean, that just says a lot about what kind of player he is. He's gotten on the podium on the World Tour. He's won events on the AVP Tour. So he's looking to build on top of that, and I'm sure he's looking to go to the Olympics, as a bunch of us are in Tokyo 2020. Ricardo Santos, nice angle swing there past the huge block of Theo Brunner. DJ turning up the jams. Fans are getting into it. There's a little cloud cover here, cooling things off, and I'm sure the players are loving that cloud cover. Here's Cam Schalk with the float serve. Oh, it's a hybrid actually. So what that means is Cam Schalk threw it up like it was gonna be a float serve without any spin, but he put some top spin on it to kind of throw the other guys off, but it ended up going out. So it's a float serve toss, but a jump serve hit. Ricardo with the easy side out. Casey loves unloading on balls. Not holding anything back against the great Brazilian block. That wingspan of his, he's so hard to stop because he's got that speed game. He can bounce the balls, but his off-speed game is even better. And then there's that. Ricardo Santos, great vision. Came in, took a look, and just took what the other team gave him. Nice and easy. We got a battle on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. Just a reminder, this is a contenders bracket match, so both these teams have lost. That's why they're playing late on Saturday. Theo Brunner serves it out. Loser of this match is done for the tournament. They're out. The winner goes on till Sunday. I believe the winner will play Jake Gibb and Casey the winner will play Jake Gibb and Taylor Crabb, if I'm not mistaken. I need to double check my bracket, but I'm pretty sure that's where they're lining up. And I'm not gonna lie, it would be really fun to watch Casey Patterson go against the guy he just played in the Olympics with in Rio, along with their new partners, Taylor Crabb and Theo Brunner. Ricardo's saying that the ball looks out. Let's see if we can see it on the replay. Oh, that looked, I saw the line move. I saw that line move.
Play it where it lies.
The refs are trying to get a mark and see if they can clearly see a mark, but that ball is clearly into me. I couldn't see where it landed. Here's another look. The line doesn't move on its own unless the wind comes, but let's see if we can see it from here. That looked in. I think it's in. Casey and Theo are not happy about them even looking at it this long. But that...
I asked the line judge because the line got moved during the play. So in this situation, we have to replace it.
I have no doubt that was in.
How do you know it's in the same spot? Because I've got line judges that have been making sure the lines are straight.
The line judge missed that call, in my opinion. But if this ref does a redo, then Casey and Theo are not going to be happy. Let's see what the ref's call is. No way, wow. That is, I don't like that. I think you got to, haha, Casey Patterson holding up the challenge sign. On the World Tour, you can challenge a play like that because they'll use their replay system. Out here, it's all on the refs. Unfortunate play, but that happens out here. And Casey and Theo got to come back strong and not let that break their momentum. Cam gives him a patty cake short serve. Casey goes with the lefty, and they get another chance here. Good set. Better shot by Casey. Those plays happen. You get some unfortunate calls against you, but the top players are used to it, and they come back strong. That's what Patterson and Gibb, I keep saying Patterson and Gibb because I'm used to seeing them out there together. Patterson and Brunner, I got to get used to that. Nice set by Schalk. Wow, Theo Brunner doing what he does best, blocking Ricardo Santos as it drops back on Ricardo's head and his partner's nowhere to be found. Let's see this. Where's that ball at? Haha. See if that fires Ricardo up. Staying on Ricardo, I want to see him hit against Theo. And he does. Casey's challenging again. That ball clearly hit the sand before Theo got it up. 17-19. Big dig by the Canadian. Oh, wow. Huge dig by Schalk. He kept that ball in play, and Casey kind of just got caught with it a little high on him, couldn't make a play. I think he wishes he had that one back for sure. But good play nonetheless by Schalk to give himself a chance there. Right here you see the coach for Brunner and Patterson. It's Rich Lamborn. He was actually a gold medalist, indoor Olympian. He's a libero, so a defensive specialist and a passing specialist. And I think that's what's been a huge key for Theo Brunner is having a coach like that, where Theo is that big presence at the net. Obviously, when he made the switch from indoors, he needed to learn that finesse game a little bit more, and that's why he has Rich Lamborn on his side to teach him that finesse game. It's a perfect 1-2 combo, and then you got Casey Patterson, who's just so experienced. He's been playing for years. The guy plays for money. He'll play for free. He'll play for fun. He'll play in like a Halloween volleyball contest. Casey Patterson just loves to play volleyball. I am surprised every time I go out to some of those fun tournaments in California and Casey's playing. I love playing volleyball, but I prefer to get paid to do it, and this guy just loves playing in any kind of environment. Ricardo Santos back to serve. There's that leaping ability of Theo. The big Brazilian block, but Theo's able to go up and over it. Those are the sets that are really tough for blockers like me who are 6'5", which is actually short out here. Check out set point. Ooh, Casey misses into the net. But they got 2 more chances here. Came Schalk. Looks like he's going with the float serve or maybe his hybrid. Looks like a float. Oh, man, a transition dig that Cam Schalk thought he had. Definitely not happy about it. He knows he had that ball. That was an opportunity right there to turn it.
And my favorite. All right, here we go. We have Malvina. Nice. Let's make room for the camera. Hello, Malvina and Oksana. We've got a trivia question for you. And because he wanted to get on the mic so bad, Alan is going to ask you the trivia question. Here you go, Alan. All you.
All right. Where was the first New York City Open played? And your 3 places are Hudson River Park, Pier 26, or Coney Island, or Madison Square Garden. They said Coney Island. That is incorrect. It was in Madison Square Garden. But we played Hot Winter Nights during this fall, and we played inside in Madison Square Garden. We set up inside and had the tournament inside the garden. So.
You know what, Alan? I think I just lost my job. Nice job. Yeah. You know, we're still giving you the prize pack because the regular season event was, yes, in Coney Island. We had a Hot Winter Nights. They say thank you, Alan. Alan, crushing it. But yes, the Hot Winter Nights in Madison Square Garden. Nice job, Alan. I'm reffing the next match. Here we go. The set number 2. It'll be the Kamer at the line.
No, no.
Here we are back in the second set. Casey Patterson, Theo Brunner versus Ricardo Santos and Cam Schalk. Cam swinging from the right. Oh, there's another controversial call. I thought it looked in from here, but Casey thinks it was obviously out. It looked in from up here. I thought maybe the sand splashed on the line, but let's see what the ref has to say. That would suck if 2 calls went against Casey and Theo. Let's check it out. Ooh, I think the sand splashed it, but the ball was out. Good call. Sometimes the sand will make a mark on the line even though it didn't touch it. Good response there. 2-2 in the second set. I got my co-host here, back at it. Maria Marino coming up to help me out with a little play-by-play action.
Yeah, I noticed you were riding solo. I thought, hey, why not jump back in?
I always appreciate it.
Give you a breather. It's kind of hard to carry the commentating, just one body.
I only have so many interesting things to say. Luckily, I've played against these guys so much. It's been my entire life for the last few years playing against these guys. So
Yeah. No, I don't think you've run out of anything interesting to say. I really don't. You gotten some great partners today to do this with. I mean, I surrendered the mic to the great Todd Rogers.
yeah, that was fun having Todd Rogers up there. Before that, I got Dane Blanton up here. Those are 2 gold medalists.
2 legends.
Yeah, it was fun sharing a little knowledge. I'm not gonna lie, I'm taking a little notes as they're sharing their knowledge with us all.
And then you got your Hawaiian brethren in Trevor Crabb.
Exactly. Had to get those boys up here to share a little bit of our insight, and I'm sure it was entertaining having those boys up here. We all grew up learning this game together, so it's fun to share our experiences with everybody.
Well, it's a tough act to follow, but I will do my best.
Well, you bring a different dynamic, someone who actually knows what they're doing. We're kind of just winging it.
A little bit too much credit. I'll take it, though.
Good
Got
rally
another,
here. Battle at the net.
Game Schalk puts it away.
Not a great drop by Theo Brunner. It was a bang-bang play, so he had to make a quick decision there, but I think he's always going to be better off when he's staying up at the net. If that's a 50-50 decision, I think Theo definitely wants to stay at the net with his blocking ability.
A lot of controversial calls in this one early, it seems like. Wow.
Casey going on 2.
I love that aggression out of Casey Patterson. He goes over on 2 pretty often.
Theo with the jump serve looked like his toss dropped a little bit.
Yeah.
He has the wind in his face, so.
No help from the tape that time.
Yeah, exactly. When the player that gets up that high has got to go contact that ball really high, and it looked like his toss dropped a little on him.
Wow.
But then Cam Schalk gives it right back.
Yeah. I think Casey Patterson and Theo Brunner are more on the bad side. Or rather, the good side. I don't know. This wind keeps swirling.
Yeah, exactly. Late in the day, look at Casey Patterson. A little stare down, a little whistle action. When this guy gets going, it's quite entertaining for the fans. Definitely frustrating to be across the net, but luckily today I'm not, so so I can enjoy it for once.
Did it used to affect you?
Oh yeah. As a young player coming out here, you know, he's dominating. There it is. There's
Big
that
block.
I love watching Theo Brunner when he's on. When he's fired up and getting over the net and blocking the way he can, it's really fun to watch. Watch this.
Definitely in more of a rhythm, I think, today than what we saw out of him yesterday.
You can't even tell right there how big of a move he made. He presses over so far, but he started inside on there and then brought his block back to seal the line. It's a lot bigger move than it looked like. But it looked like he made the same move on that second play right there, but came back with it hard seam, got it past.
Got ourselves a good one. Ricardo Santos and Cam Schalk coming all the way up through the qualifier, seeded 16th. Started their whole journey this weekend upsetting Phil Dahlhauser and Nick Lucena. Those two had to forfeit for personal reasons. So Theo Brunner and Casey Patterson maybe dodged a bullet with that one.
Yeah, it was definitely a fortunate draw for Casey and Theo, especially going into the losers bracket and drawing the 1 seed Phil and Nick is. I mean, that was not
brutal.
in their favor, and instead they got a bye out of it, which was really lucky for them. But that's how it works sometimes. You know, Nick had a good reason to go home. I think his wife was about to give a baby and have a baby and their second kid, and I don't think I would want to miss that either.
Definitely not. And as we are told, Brooke Niles, that is, Nick's wife and their new addition. Yep, ex-player, current coach of Florida State's program. They are healthy and happy, so we are very, very pleased to hear that.
Now they have a A little baby volleyball team on their
Yeah.
choose pair.
They're going to form a family team. Anyway, the legend, Ricardo, to serve. That one sails long, but he's a 3-time Olympic medalist. He's won the trifecta, gold, silver, bronze.
There's no one in the world that has a better resume than that guy,
Yeah.
as far as I'm concerned.
And it doesn't seem like he's lost a step when it comes to blocking. He is a force at the net. Was he somebody that you watched growing up, or that he was on your radar, that you tried to model any aspect of your game after?
You know, I knew his name. I knew he was a legend. And
Uh-huh.
when I was younger, I didn't. Oh, there's an ace by Kame. Bad read by Theo Brunner. I knew he was a legend of the sport, and I didn't really even know that I could play it professionally. I was just playing for fun.
Uh-huh.
And I watched more Americans play. But as I started to learn the sport and realize what he's done in this sport, it's really just amazing to hear what he's done and hear how the great players of today are talking about him.
Yeah.
And then the fact that he's still out here is just amazing. And yeah, he's one of the greats of all time.
Well, we're back here. Maria Marino, tri-born, of course, AVP champion a few times over. I'm a broadcaster in the radio biz, so pleasure to be next to this guy because I'm such a big fan of the sport and a fan of his. And we got a good match here. The legend we were just talking about, Ricardo, one of the most accomplished beach volleyball players ever. He's
Yeah,
won
exactly. It's
gold,
so
silver,
awesome.
and bronze medalists.
It's
in the
crazy to
Olympics.
think about what he's done. If someone can just get one medal in the Olympics, you're a legend of the
I
sport,
know,
basically.
I know.
Because there's so little opportunity to get
Yeah.
a medal in a tournament like that, or even just call yourself an Olympian. This guy's been there 4 times for one of the most dominant countries in the world, in my opinion, behind the U.S.,
Right.
Which is Brazil.
Right.
And like you were saying earlier, I got to grow up kind of watching him, and as I got on tour, I knew he was the legend, and I got to play against him. And yeah, I was for sure watching everything he does and learning from everything he does. And I'm still impressed and learning.
Yeah.
This is a sport of experience, which is why he can still do this.
Yeah.
And I still got a long ways to go, even though I've been on the tour for 4 years now. And I did beat Ricardo a few times, though. I'm not going to lie.
You know what? I'm not mad at you for slipping that in.
Haha. It's the truth.
Little joust at the net there.
Casey
and it
Patterson,
goes.
a little fired up there.
Yeah.
He doesn't like it when people dig his shots.
And so Ricardo, you know, this might have been a bucket list thing for him to play at AVP. This is his first time out here.
I think he played in one event, like back
Really?
in 2005 or something, with Emmanuel Rigo, who's the
Another
winningest
legend.
player of all time.
Yeah. Okay, and so he pairs up this weekend with another Olympian out of Canada, and Kame Schalk, who just
Kame
got that
Schalk,
kill.
He's the top defender for the Canadians. He's proven that over the last few years, and obviously was the top team going into the Olympics. I believe they got a 5th place at the Olympics, which means they're 1 match out from a medal round.
Yeah.
That shows you
Solid.
his caliber and how much experience is out here on the court. They're making Theo Brunner's resume not look great, and like I was saying earlier, Theo has a great resume. In fact,
does.
he made the semifinals of World Championships 2 years ago and was almost on the podium as a world champ.
Yeah, he's been grinding it out on the FIVB for a while with a couple different partners.
He's got some victories.
Yeah.
2, I believe.
Wow. There's that block again from Ricardo, which is what he is known for.
Over on court number 1, Emily Day, Brittany Hochhaver, 25-23. In the first, over Maxine Cliff and Kelly Larson.
Now, Casey Patterson's accomplished in his own right, obviously getting to this most recent Olympics with Jake Gibb. And definitely known, I think, on the world tour. He's got a reputation. As Kame Schalk puts it away there. he and Ricardo now with a 4-point lead over Theo Brunner and Casey Patterson here in set 2. Of course, Brunner Patterson had the advantage having won the first set.
Yeah, it looks like Theo was on fire that first set. He was blocking balls. This set, not turning those points, and those small plays are going in Ricardo and Kame's favor, but Casey's a fiery player. You're going to see when he's down, he is not happy.
Yeah.
One of the ultimate competitors out here. He's definitely hits highs and lows emotionally, as you'll see, but obviously being an Olympian, he's usually on, and he turns those lows into highs and can pull energy from anywhere. So the boys are taking the court again here and loving this vibe here in New York City. I came on the train this morning, but from what I heard, you had a different type of transportation. You took the Titanic. I'm seeing this morning. You and Leo.
I don't know where you heard that from, but
let's see it. We saw you.
I gotta try to give you my Titanic impression.
Or,
Mark, you need to be my Leo.
Yeah, she needs a Leo. We're gonna give her another shot.
Yeah, see, try as a fiance.
Mark Sherman's
Shout
gonna
out
do
to
it.
Gabby.
Let's see it. Let's see it.
Oh,
what's your best
okay.
Leo? Sing it. Let's hear the song.
I'll never let go.
I don't know the song either.
My heart will go on.
Oh, she knows it. She's acting like she
Come
doesn't know
back.
it. I'll never let go, Jack.
Thanks for that, gentlemen. One of my prouder moments, I think.
We see the big boat sitting over here, just courtside, and from what I heard, that's how you showed up this morning with style.
I wish I was that cool.
That would have been pretty cool.
What really happened was I took a bus from New Jersey
Oh, that's
through
a
the
terrible
Lincoln
story.
Tunnel. Yeah.
Through the Lincoln Tunnel.
Yep. As Elf would say. You know that reference?
Past the candy cane rainforest.
Yes. That's what I'm talking about. Something about gumdrops. All right. Anyway, so we're talking about volleyball.
Oh yeah, volleyball. That's right.
Beach volleyball.
Look at that.
In particular.
Oh, there's another play for you. That dig by Casey Patterson using his backhand, what we call the mahi-mahi. A little more terminology for you.
Wait, but that's a general beach volleyball thing, or is that just a Hawaiian thing?
It might be a Hawaiian thing, but we call it the backhand mahi-mahi.
Why mahi-mahi?
Honestly, I don't know. It does sound weird now that you're asking me that question, but I don't ask that question.
You know what we
so
should do is by the end of the weekend we'll have a quiz. It's like a vocab quiz.
I like it.
I need to figure out all these terms.
We'll quiz you. Oh, there it is.
Ricardo crushing. And they have pulled away in this second set with a healthy lead. It's 19-14.
I think that's the ball that Theo needs to be all over. That's his dominant part of the game. He needs to stay on top of it and seal off that angle when he's giving his partner the angle call. And Ricardo returning the favor.
Once again.
Look at him. He's pumping up the crowd.
Yeah. I'm always wondering, because he looks in this direction a lot, I'm always wondering if there are certain people that he's gesturing to or if he's just...
He wants to get the crowd in his favor. He's a veteran. He knows how to get everyone in his favor. Here's the opportunity, and of course the veteran puts it away.
And that's especially important, as you said, against Casey Patterson, because he's known for getting the fans into it with his energy.
Yeah, you don't want Casey to have all the fans on his side, because that just gives him even more energy. And right now it's in Ricardo's favor, and it's probably not making Casey very happy since we're in America and on the American tour, and the Brazilians getting the fans pumped up. But this is a third set. We got the American crowd. They got our boys' backs, and I'm excited to see this third set.
Yeah. 3-setter. Okay.
One more chance, Maria.
What
I want to
exactly?
know, how did you come into this event like this?
All right.
Leo!
So, yes, I was Kate Winslet's character.
A little step left. Oh, there it is. Look at that. Sell it.
I need my
The
Leo.
wind in your hair.
Where's my Leo?
You don't need a Leo.
He's gone.
I love it.
I'm gonna die alone. Just
Just
kidding.
like Rose.
Ah!
Yeah, I watched the end of the movie.
The end of the movie was whack.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
Anyway,
Ah,
there's all the different ways you can get here to Hudson River Park's Pier 26 here in the Big Apple.
much safer ways than the Titanic.
Yes. I don't know. They're like, I'm looking at the ships over here.
Thing looks
They
like
look
it's
a little
gonna
dicey
sink.
to me. We had people kayaking earlier.
Yeah, exactly. The
Yeah.
kayaks have cleared out now that the sun's gone, but oh,
There's
there's
the
your
boat.
boat. There's where you and Mark were coming in hot on the front of that boat. Parked it right in front of the courts.
Yes. What service?
And here we go. Back
Set
on
three.
Stadium Court.
Here's Schalk. Off the hands of Theo Brunner.
Theo wants that.
Yep.
I know he made the right call there.
He's
He
craving.
went for it. He needs to finish that block. That's his pride and joy. It's got to be frustrating for him. But as a blocker, those balls will get by you. It's such a split-second thing. The timing has to be so perfect against these guys, and it's definitely easier said than done. But Theo's one of the best in the world at it.
Here's Casey Patterson. Again with that high line shot,
Great vision.
making it look easy. Here's Theo Brunner, lost his hat, but he is up at the net. Oh, just missed him once again.
Got to be frustrating, but you got to stick with it as a blocker. You never have the advantage as a blocker. You have to stay on the offense even though you're on defense. You have to get up and make the read before the hitter makes his hit, and just keep battling when you're in a little rut like Theo is blocking. It's making the right reads though.
It's interesting, they went to Theo that time on the serve. He gets the point.
Yeah, you don't want Casey Patterson getting in a rhythm. When he's in a rhythm on offense,
Scary.
it's scary. He can put the ball anywhere he wants at any pace.
I think it's safe to say he's one of the most athletic guys out here. He's just so long and lanky and can do so many things.
There's that big block, but Kame fights it off. There's
Once
another
again.
big block.
Still alive.
There it is.
One
Theo
hand on it.
sticking with his bread and butter. Oh, nice veteran play.
I think it
I
fell
thought
out
it
of
was
bounds.
I thought it was off the block, and it was.
Yeah.
Nice play by Theo.
Yeah.
The tight ball, he challenged the block and hit it off Ricardo
Way to
into
stick
the
with it.
antenna. Also got his block going, got his confidence
He
going.
did.
Yep, that's a tool. Great play by Theo. Ricardo trying to sell it.
Yeah.
It's worth a shot, but
Yeah, for sure.
refs were all over it.
Came Schalk. Casey Patterson is there, but his dig goes wide.
Nice dig. They're getting their chances. They're getting
Yeah.
some touches at the net. I think they got to be happy with how their defense is holding up right now.
This is a battle. We've had a lot of treats today, a lot of three-setters.
This is a stacked tournament.
It is. I mean, when you got Olympic legends coming up through the qualifier.
And we have 3 Olympians playing right now.
I
Wow,
know.
what a dig. Oh my goodness, Came Schalk. Just a perfect dig off a hammer on 2. Ricardo giving him plenty of credit.
He is. He's giving props to his partner and working the crowd at the same time.
Came Schalk sailing that
Yes.
one long.
We're all tied up here in set 3. This is it. Theo Brunner at the service line. Wow.
There it is.
That is the block that Theo Brunner
Saw it
has
coming.
been waiting for. He has gotten touch after touch and finally stuffs one.
You can tell when he has that pep in his step, Theo Brunner is deadly at the net. He makes such dynamic, big moves.
And
He's able to press but cover a lot of ground at the same time, and that's That's why he gets blocks like that.
And you saw that little pep in his step too after he did that. Like,
Oh,
he was so happy that he got it.
exactly. He got up big on that block too, but looked like he went with more of a spread block to take the angles and countered it perfectly with a deep swing through the field goal uprights, which are Theo's arms in that situation, and just swung deep hard corner. That was a really good swing.
Here's Ricardo. Little float and go.
Oh, wow. It looked like he tried to do that. Of course, the Brazilians are always apologizing when they get a lucky play like that.
Really? Is that so?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of players on the international tour will apologize. Us Americans here at home, we don't feel so bad, to be honest, or I don't.
Yeah,
but,
if you get the friendly roll, you gotta
we'll
take
always
what you
apologize
can
on that.
get. Point's a point. Here's Casey.
Bang, bang play. Ricardo drops.
Wow.
Came with another dig. And another deep swing. That deep angle is working really well for him.
Yeah, caught Casey Patterson kind of going the opposite direction, so he couldn't backtrack to try to dig that one.
That's such a high swing. So hard to stop. I've played Schalk so many times. It seems like we run into him on the World Tour all the time. In fact, the last time I played beach volleyball, which was back at the World Tour Finals in Toronto, in his home country, we had to battle him and his partner just after the Olympics in their home stadium for the bronze medal match, and it was just a battle. It's so fun playing against the guy.
Did they end up getting the bronze, or did you?
Well, it's funny you mention that, because I got the bronze hanging at home, so I ended the year well. No, but they beat us.
Dirt off your shoulders.
They beat us as well, and it's honestly it was just battles every time we played against those guys.
That's rad, though.
It was really fun.
I'm happy for you.
Thank you. That was one of the funnest matches I've ever played in, and it was fun to battle with.
Yeah,
with, Cam
amazing that you took that on their home turf like that.
Yeah, it was a little. I mean, we had such a crazy year. We didn't get to go to the Olympics. We played in 19 events. I played in 19 events.
Yeah.
While John was hurt, I had to play in 2 extra events.
Which partners did you pick up during that time?
Mark Burek I took to Rio. We didn't do all that well. We qualified for 1 of 2 events, but I just was ready to play, so I played in extra events last year.
Gotcha.
But that ended in Canada, playing against Cam and his partner Ben Saxton.
And getting on the podium.
And their fans were just fired up, and it was and getting on the podium was awesome.
For sure.
But this guy is so talented. He's definitely the top player for Canada, doing stuff like that consistently and almost getting on the podium in Rio.
Yeah. As he gets a little bit of separation here in this third set. Let's see if Casey Patterson and Theo Brunner can get the side out, keep this one close. And they do.
Casey with the finesse shot. You know, it's crazy sitting back and watching so much volleyball, which I've never done in my life. I actually don't even, I'm a little too ADD to really sit and watch volleyball, but when I'm commentating, I have to focus, and it's fun for me to actually watch, and my perspective's totally changing on the game as I watch. It's so entertaining.
I would be surprised if you benefit from watching so much of this, you know, just having a different perspective, that maybe you pick up on some things and take them with you when you get back on the court.
Well, I 100% plan on it.
Yeah.
And
just take notes.
I'm not I will say I'm not exactly trying to make this my professional career, but it is making me watch volleyball and you know, have some dialogue on each play, which is Theo Brunner. There it is.
He is fired up. He has been waiting.
He's one of my favorite blockers to watch when I'm not playing against him, and he's on fire. And watch this. So explosive. He gets over so quick. That was a beautiful blocking
he's feeling good
move
about
right
that one. I always feel like, too, a stuff block like that, it does something, it hypes you up, right?
Oh, for sure.
Not
you
even
get
just
a lot
for
of
the
confidence.
blocker, but as a team, it's like, boom, like you shut somebody down.
And normally, it's really tough for the hitter, right? You just got blocked straight down and everyone saw it.
Yeah.
But when you're a great player, what does Ricardo Santos do? He comes back even harder the next play. Basically evens it out, deletes it, and forgets about it. And
yeah, you got to have a short memory It's like next play.
It's like getting dunked on in basketball.
I don't know. I feel like getting blocked is worse. maybe not.
Depends how bad it is.
Yeah, I guess so.
If you're in the NBA and they're putting it all over TV.
Yeah.
Ricardo's a little slow to get up, but I think he's just bummed. Or I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, he's like hanging his head all of a sudden. It's only a 1-point game.
Maybe he's using a little veteran action to give himself a break.
Maybe.
Tends to happen out here.
That man has seen a thing or two.
Deep serve to Casey's corner. Tight ball.
Wow,
Ricardo's
great
gonna get a
joust
chance.
and then,
Came
man.
again, putting it deep. Game's got that back line dialed in right now. He's hit about 3 or 4 balls all the way back there in that last foot of the court, and that's what you do at the highest level. You use your entire court. Obviously,
this
it's
is
harder.
Ridiculous. Like, you can't see me right now. I am shaking my head.
He's doing that on purpose, ladies and gentlemen. You'd think you don't want to keep it close to the lines, but at the highest level, you have to. You have to make it as hard as possible on the defense. And obviously, right there, he could have dropped it in shorter, but his muscle memory just like has him hit it to the back line every time, which is
just
huge.
Great instinct by him. Oh man,
that's an ace. Ref called it in. Casey wanted it out. He knows it was in though. Great serve by the veteran.
That is huge.
That was a standing serve down the line, crossbody.
Because of the
not much you can do about
timing
that
right now. This is crunch time. With this third set only going to 15.
Not a good time for an ace. Or Cam is pissed.
I think he thought that Casey was into the net.
He thought
but
Casey
I don't know
net.
if it was. I think it was the ball actually that touched the net, as opposed to Casey's hand.
Oh, that's a netty, I'm pretty sure.
Wow.
I saw a net. What did you see? I think he fully scooped the bottom of the net.
Yeah, it looked different from that angle.
But you know what? That's a makeup call because the refs missed the call for Casey and Theo's favor earlier in the game. Right now we're even. One more look. Yeah, Casey got the net.
Okay, so he gets a break there.
Makeup call, and Theo Brunner staying on fire.
When you capitalize and you do what Theo Brunner just did, that call all of a sudden seems very crucial.
Oh, it's huge. Especially at this point in the game. I mean,
but
they were
like
about
you
to
said,
seal the deal. Look at that block.
Officials are human. This is a variable that both sides have to deal with, and that is the case in every sport.
Yeah, it's especially in a sport like this. I mean, again, I have to refer to basketball. Last night, how many replays did we see? And these guys have 20 cameras and people in the studio just looking at the replays, and we still had to wait for them to make these decisions. Out here, we don't have the refs aren't using replay for this particular tournament, and it's just such a quick bang bang play that stuff's going to happen like that.
Well, if Schalk channels that frustration the right way, who knows? This could end up benefiting them. He and Ricardo might just light a fire under him.
Only time will tell.
Here we go.
I'm excited, though. This is what we want to see.
Yeah.
Third set, New York City Open, late on Saturday. Loser goes home. Theo at the net, been dominating all day, and he does it again. Catching fire in the third set.
You know, conversely, as I was saying, you know, you could capitalize, you could use this to fuel you. Other times, it could knock you off your game. You know, you're thinking about possibly, oh, if we had gotten that call.
For sure, that's part of being an elite professional athlete, is blocking that off. It's another tight ball. Ooh, the veteran gets it past Theo. It looks like Theo went for the low line. Ricardo's, his tendency is to go back low line on that, but such a smart play by him. If Theo would have gone with the split block where he takes both low angles, I think he would have got it. But stayed aggressive, trusted his instincts. Wasn't right that time, but he's feeling it.
Theo Brunner.
That's a perfect set. It's a great set for Theo Brunner.
I don't know if you could see, but Casey Patterson put his hand over his mouth like, oh my goodness.
Getting fired up.
Yep. We're all tied up. Ricardo.
Oh, the hammer. Theo's on the run.
No.
Oh, what a chase down. He couldn't come up with it, but Casey was right there if he did. Let's see if Theo tries to take a breather right there. That was quite a rundown after Max jumping on the block. That shows the athleticism right there of these guys out here. Theo Brunner's like 6'7". He just max blocks at the net, touching close to 11 or 12 feet, jumping out of the sand, and then sprinted outside of the court and got there. Didn't pop it up for Casey, but I mean, the guy's a freak athlete.
Ladies and gents, we have ourselves match point.
Match point. They need to be serving to score, so here we go. They go to Theo Brunner. Uh-oh.
Another opportunity.
For the win.
Oh!
Theo with the block.
Here's Casey.
Theo staying aggressive, but
what a
came
rally.
with the dig for the win.
Oh
Puts
my
it away.
goodness.
Look at them fired up. Ricardo. Oh, a little Canadian-Brazilian
I think
love.
he's having heart palpitations.
Little CPR maybe from Cam.
What a match. This is what we want. This is the AVP.
Wow, what a battle. What a treat for New York City. International team coming in and representing in this first event of the Gold Series. Great effort and performance by Theo Brunner and Casey Patterson.
Let me just reiterate that Kame Schalk and Ricardo Santos played for the first time together like a few days ago. Had one practice. They knock off the top seed in Phil Dahlhauser and Nick Lucena.
Ricardo showing plenty of love, as he always does. Let's see this great championship point, or match point.
Wow. So nice, you gotta see it twice.
Even better dig. That's how you gotta earn it.
That's how it's done, and look at that emotion. They are stoked. They are going to the semifinals here at the AVP New York City Open. They live to see another day.
I love it. Love seeing that emotion.
Yeah.
Ricardo's
He's
one
wiped.
of the best at bringing out. He played 4 matches the day before the tournament in the qualifier. He is.
It looks like he might even be a little emotional.
He's 42 years old.
Yeah.